What's going on, guys? And welcome back to the Wheels World. The Delta variant, COVID-19, is what we're going to speak about tonight, guys. I've done other videos about COVID, but now um, there's a more volatile, more contagious variant out there, and they're calling it the Delta variant. Um, this variant is different. It's very different, man. It's it's more contagious than the common cold. They're saying it's more contagious than the common cold. Think about that. Think about how easy it is to catch the common cold. Okay, this is more contagious than somebody you being in the elevator, somebody sneezing, you conversing with somebody, and you catching a cold from them. We all know how it feels to have a cold and then think back to how you may have caught the cold. You know what I mean? And it doesn't take much. It could just be a family gathering. It could be a Christmas gathering. It could be anything. You know, a common cold is the easiest thing to catch. This is more contagious than that. This is not like the strands before. The Delta variant is more volatile. All right, I just want that to soak in for y'all. Um, and get some facts. You know, you can always deal with facts, guys. These are facts on this. Unvaccinated people make up 97% of hospitalizations. 97%. That's damn near 100. Basically, they telling you that all the people that are being hospitalized are unvaccinated. 99.2% of the deaths are people that are unvaccinated right now. You know, so I know a lot of people out there. You know, a lot of us are saying, you know, we got all these different theories and these conspiracies on this virus, man. You know, take the damn vaccine, man. Take the vaccine. You know, we do a lot of different things. We put a lot of we expose, we introduce our bodies to a lot of foreign substances, including alcohol. You know, guys, just, you know, I mean, think logically on this. This is a life or death situation. You know, if not for yourself, think about your family. Think about your kids. If you got kids that's under 12, um, they can't get vaccinated right now. It's too dangerous, but they can catch the virus and they can die. So think about your kids. You know, I know we all have religious beliefs and things like that. Um, you know, but you have to make the right decision for yourself at this point in time. These are trying times in our life right now. You know, very trying times in life, in this existence, period. You understand what I'm saying? When you think about weather, you know, if you are paying attention to the weather conditions, you know, this virus, you know, just the atmosphere, you know, just the nature of the world right now, man. These are very trying times, and your life could be took just like that. It's like 199 ways to die right now, you know. So, um, some more facts, guys. The vaccine has saved 275,000 lives so far. It's prevented over 1 million hospitalizations. Um, you know, and almost 350 million doses of vaccines have been administered. So, I mean, 350 million people have taken this vaccine. You know, so to all of our people who are saying that they don't trust this vaccine, you know, they need more research. It's not FDA approved. Um, all these type of things that people are saying. Um, 350 million people have taken this vaccine, and maybe 1% has had adverse uh, reaction. Their bodies have responded in an adverse way. You understand? Um, and that 350 million, you know, that was just like the other day. It may be up to billions by now, worldwide. You understand? And that may just be like in America, 350 million. You understand? So, I mean, people are getting vaccinated at alarming rates. So if what you're thinking in your mind is that, man, I'm going to end up being paralyzed like the lady in, I think it was Nashville, you know, she was, you got to be careful who you get your information from. The lady had a nonprofit organization. Who knows what her agenda was? You understand? We got to be careful with that. You got to be careful where you get your information from. I mean, I'm looking at the lady. She's in a hospital bed. She's saying that she's paralyzed from her shoulders down, but she's moving her arms. The whole entire interview, she's moving her arms. She's doing this. So, I mean, take it for the word. And it's not like she was paralyzed forever. I believe she's not even paralyzed anymore. You know what I mean? What we do know is that if you catch the COVID, especially this Delta variant, right now, if you catch that, your chances of going to the hospital and or dying is 25 times greater than somebody that's vaccinated. Understand that. You understand? I'm vaccinated. I already showed y'all I'm vaccinated. I've been got vaccinated, I believe it was like back in March, months ago. You understand? So although I still be careful because I know I can transmit it to other people, I know that even if I did catch it, I would have mild symptoms. Even with me being high risk because I have asthma, I know I would have mild symptoms. You know? So, that's my thing. Everybody want to, follow their leader. And half of these people that y'all looking up to saying that they don't have the vaccine, who say they didn't really get it? They're advocating for, not taking the vaccine, but they took it the whole time. You don't know, man. You have to be careful where you get your information from and who you follow. I'm telling y'all, out of love, go take that vaccine, man. You know how many people that I see that have said they wasn't gonna take it, it's a conspiracy and things like that? Countless. And when they almost on their deathbed, they want to take the vaccine. It's almost always the case. They want to take the vaccine, but it's too late. After you catch the COVID and you in the hospital and you in ICU, it's real now. There is no, let me go back, let me catch the vaccine. No, you got to let this virus take its course. We talk about, I know with blacks, a lot of our concern is we think about, the Tuskegee experiment. Tuskegee experiment. I believe that's how you pronounce it. It was when we talk about that it was a syphilis experiment, which that syphilis experiment it all started with Christopher Columbus them 1492 or whatever, and eventually it got down to in the 1920s through the 30s. It ended up. Let me give y'all some facts on that. Okay, it was a Rosenwald Fund, an organization that promoted the education and healthcare of poor African Americans, that promoted the education. Okay, yeah, poor African American farmers. Okay, Yeah. So basically, it was a Rosenwald Fund, an organization. Um, they sponsored a study with the PHS um, to identify the southern counties with the highest rates of syphilis amongst African American males. This was in the night. This was between 1929 and 1931. Um, Basically, the original plan was to identify and treat the disease. By 1931, the Rosenwald Fund stopped operating in that capacity due to lack of funds because of the Great Depression. So they couldn't keep themselves afloat. So then they attached themselves to the Tuskegee Institute about forming a research group um, in which they could start doing tests on and enrolling blacks, African Americans, into this program, this study, um, in which they did enroll 600 black men, 399 of which had syphilis already, and 201 of that 600 did not have the syphilis disease. Those men volunteered, although they didn't even know what the study was for. So they just volunteered for it. Now, they were lured into volunteering because they were promised free healthcare, free medical exams, meals, and burial insurance. Black people were very poor back then. I can understand from that perspective, like, they wanted, health insurance, they wanted burial insurance and things like that. But I would have to admit that they were ignorant in volunteering for a study, in which they haven't been educated on anything that surrounded that study. So basically, they volunteered to be guinea pigs. And a lot of us right now, to this day in 2021, we identify this COVID vaccine with that. First of all, syphilis was a disease. It was a STD. This is a virus. A STD, you could only catch that through sexual transmitted practices. A virus is contagious. You can catch it as airborne, especially such as this COVID. And it's more volatile, it's more dangerous. You understand? This is a whole different ball game. Nobody's coming to you asking you to volunteer at this point to be a guinea pig or to be a part of an experiment in any kind of way. There were clinical trials in which I believe it was like 75,000 70,000 people in the initial Pfizer and Moderna clinical trials that signed up. None of those people died. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. We acting like we worried about, oh man, this is not FDA approved, this is not that and that. It's been rushed. It hasn't been studied enough. But at the same time, man, both vaccines met the FDA rigorous scientific standards for safety, effectiveness, and manufacturing quality for emergency use. It met all the rigorous standards, all of FDA rigorous standards, guys. This vaccine is your best way out. It's the best for the economy. It's the best for our environment. It's the best for our communities. Trust me, this is not the way that they trying to kill us. You understand what I'm saying? And if it is, y'all playing into their hand by not taking the vaccine. Because if you don't kill yourself, you're killing your family members. That's what's happening. What we do know is that if you do not take this vaccine, when we look at the facts, because that's all I deal with. I go and I research these things that I'm concerned with and that concerns us. And I go on this YouTube on my channel here, man. I try to speak to y'all because I know there's so much bull crap out there, man. People are lying to y'all. People don't want to, people just trying to get views. People trying to, they have all kind of ulterior motives, man. You know what I'm saying? But I actually care. You understand? I actually care about the well-being of my people because we're so lost in so many areas because there's so many people misguiding us. You understand? I took that vaccine, man, and I've been healthy. You know what I'm saying? This whole time. I'm not afraid of it. You got all kind of senates, whites, blacks, whatever. You got people in the Congress, everybody damn near caught this virus. But they were vaccinated. And they all state that it's like having a sinus infection. You're gonna have pressure in your head, you just stay hydrated, go to your doctor, they're gonna give you some medication for congestion, and you're gonna be all right. In contrast to if you don't take this vaccine, man, you're gonna be on the edges of death. And with this new variant called the Delta, it's gonna happen so quick. I know people, man. First of all, I know a lot of people that have lost their lives from this. Most of them had pre-existing conditions. Most of them were obese or they were elderly. You understand? But across the board, none of these people were vaccinated. Whether it's from the fact that there wasn't a vaccination at the time and they weren't taking it serious, they weren't wearing the mask, they just had bad luck. You understand? They just were against the vaccinations. You understand? And so in any case, man, they weren't vaccinated. And that's what I'm trying to get across to y'all. Get vaccinated, man. In Louisiana, right now, Louisiana is leading in COVID. Okay? They got 552,787 cases, 11,026 deaths. Okay? And they got 11,108 new cases within the last 24 hours. But y'all still hollering, no, man, I ain't taking it. FDA approved. It ain't FDA approved. They trying to do this. They trying to do that. I don't believe it. They rushed it. Y'all saying all that, but these people had 70,000 people that were involved in a clinical trial that survived. You understand? You got almost 1 billion people that then took the vaccine. You understand? A very minute amount of people had an adverse response or died to this. We talking like I can count them on one of my hands. That many people, like maybe 5 people out of millions that took it. Almost 1 billion, if not billions right now. I may be wrong on my math. But y'all still hollering about these people trying to kill y'all with this vaccine. But at the same time, man, if they came out with, let's say if they came out with a vaccine for AIDS, as much as y'all like to have sex, unprotected sex, y'all be lining up for that. Guaranteed. Y'all be lining up for that. Oh, I'm about to go take this new HIV vaccine so I can just go in it raw. Y'all be lining up for that. It don't make sense, man. It do not make sense. Y'all behavior is causing this to continue to go on. I like to go out and eat. I like to go to boxing matches. You understand what I'm saying? I like to go out and do things. I like to travel. You understand, without having to worry about if I'm breathing around the wrong person. That's y'all fault. Those of you who don't want to get vaccinated, man, you know, I'm telling you, man, at the end of the day, nobody's going to feel sorry for you when you're in that ICU and you're fighting for your life. You understand? The only way that you can combat this is if you take that vaccine. If something happened, God forbid, later on in your life, it was God's will for you to leave this earth. But the way I look at it, man, right now, one thing that we know for a fact is if you not vaccinated, you got a 99.999 chance of going to the hospital, being in a serious condition, or dying. And to be honest with you, most of us are dying. Once you go to the hospital, man, you dying. And another thing, they got people getting in car wrecks. They got people having heart attacks, strokes. In these hospitals, man, they having to put these people on hold because they cannot accommodate them due to all these people that are coming in with these COVID cases. So y'all causing other people to die. And these doctors are stating that the people that they're coming in that's on their deathbed, what they're saying is countless cases. I wish I would have took it. You got a lady that had to get lungs removed, had to get lung surgery, double lung. She had to get her lungs removed and shit. And she's saying it now, man. You know, I wish I would have just took it. You know, black people make up 16% of all COVID deaths. 57,266 black people have died from the virus. Black people have died 1.6 times the rate of white people. Think about that, man. This is serious business. Serious business, man. You know, no matter what your excuse is, you got to be logical on this. One thing we know, vaccines have saved 275,000 lives and prevented over 1 million hospitalizations. That's numbers, man. The numbers do not lie. Y'all got to keep it real with y'allself, man. I want everybody to get vaccinated. Let's go into 2022. Looking back on 2019, 2020, 2021, like I survived that. You understand? I'm about to move on with my life. My family members are here. My kids are here because I made the right choice. Because at the end of the day, like I always tell y'all, ain't nothing promised to you in this world. Ain't nothing promised to you. Nothing, nobody owe you a damn thing. Everybody wake up with two things. A chance and a goddamn choice. You understand? It's up to you to make the right move. Make the next move your best move. In this life, man, I'm telling you, it ain't promised to you. It ain't promised to you to have nothing, especially your life. So why play with it? Till next time, guys, it's been real. I'm Will. And I'm just trying to get y'all to think about it. Peace.